Hello, my love. You found your way to a little pocket of shimmer. This is Komorebi with Kiran, where light and story meet. There is a phrase I stumbled across recently that's been echoing in me ever since. There is a future version of you absolutely begging you to enjoy where you are right now. Begging. That word struck me because if I picture that future self, I imagine her whispering, "Slow down, take a moment, look around." And I wonder, how many times have I forgotten? How many mornings have I rushed through? My mind already 2 hours, 2 days, 2 years ahead. There was one morning not long ago, one of those mornings that on paper looked like nothing special, the kind you'd normally skim past. I was moving on autopilot, coffee cup balanced in one hand, phone glowing in the other, scrolling headlines, half-reading messages, already making mental checklists of the things that weren't done yet. The living room around me was quiet, but I wasn't. My mind was a loud, restless hum, buzzing about work, deadlines, promises I'd made, promises I wasn't sure I could keep. I walked in circles without realizing it, sipping coffee without tasting it, and I thought, if I just get through today, maybe tomorrow will feel easier. That's when the light interrupted me. It came through the window at an angle so sharp and so gentle at once that it was impossible to ignore. A golden spill across the room, pooling onto the tiles as though someone had brushed them with liquid gold. And my plants had already tilted themselves towards the light, each leaf wide open, basking without apology. They weren't anxious about the next hour. They weren't making to-do lists. They were just there, receiving. I stopped pacing. I set the coffee cup down, the phone too, face down, so it couldn't keep calling me back. And without planning to, I sat right where the light was pooling. Tiles were cool beneath me. The air held the faint scent of coffee and damp soil. And for the first time that morning, I breathed all the way in and all the way out. It wasn't dramatic, no epiphany, no soundtrack swelling in the background. Just me sitting in a pool of light. But in that moment, something shifted. I remembered. I remembered the nights when I lay awake praying for peace. When I whispered to myself, if I could just get through this storm, this heartbreak, this heaviness. I remembered the times I longed for mornings like this, where quietness wasn't empty but full, where the loudness of life softened into something bearable, where okay was more than enough. And there I was, in the middle of a messy morning, realizing I was living the kind of peace I once begged for. It wasn't perfect. The laundry was still undone, the emails still unanswered, the chaos still waiting. But for that one moment, none of it mattered. For that one moment, the present was sacred. We live in a world that measures itself by milestones, the graduations, the job titles, the weddings, the launches, the birthdays, the moments when we say, I made it. But most of life doesn't happen in those markers. Most of life happens in the spaces in between, the quiet mornings, the half-finished conversations, the messy kitchens, the laughter that bursts out with a friend. And yet, we often treat those moments as disposable, just filler, just like waiting rooms for something more worthy. But what if the in-between is where the real shimmer lives? What if this chapter, the unfinished, imperfect, ordinary chapter, is the one your future self will miss the most? We think the real life is still coming, the healed version, the more successful version, the more put-together version. But she's not asking us to race towards her. She's begging us, absolutely begging us, to savor this version, to hold this messy, luminous, becoming self with tenderness. Because this chapter matters too, maybe more than any milestone ever will. So if you're listening to this right now, whether you're walking, folding laundry, sitting on the couch, or lying in bed, I want to invite you to pause. Take one slow breath in and one slow breath out. Now look around you. Notice something small, something ordinary. The way the light catches a corner of the room, the rhythm of your footsteps, the softness of fabric against your skin, or even just the steadiness of your own breath. Don't dismiss it. Let it be enough. Because this isn't wasted time. This isn't filler between the important parts of life. This is life. This is the sacred becoming. And maybe one day your future self will look back on this exact moment and smile, grateful that you noticed, grateful that you didn't miss it, grateful that you took the time for it. This has been Komorebi with Kiran. Stay luminous until we meet again.